Welcome, all you plus two common modifiers, back to the stream. Welcome back to Blueprints. TV's Noah here, sadly without beverage, so we'll see if I can make it through today while parched. It's very difficult for me. Day 25, 25, my lucky number. Not sure if you're aware of that, so hopefully we have good feelings about this. We know what we got to do. It's just boat on wrong side, and with boat on wrong side, I can't do anything. What I'd like to accomplish today is I would like, we did a classroom run yesterday. Not going to do a classroom run, probably. What I would like is to drain the aquarium. I have a new route that gets me to the reservoir, so I'm not too concerned about the fountain, or not the fountain? Yeah, the fountain being full. So I'm going to fill up the fountain and drain the aquarium, probably, just to see. Starting with the funeral parlor is always a fun idea, but let's draft some other rooms first. Drawing room off the bat, also library off the bat. I think more entrances is more important. I know I've never done the bookshop, but, well, I say more entrances is important, but I'm not actually getting another entrance. I'm just getting another way into the funeral parlor, which I still think is the way to go, because I can draft from the drawing room and redraw. So that's good. Also, still have no idea how to open that damn safe in there. I have an important date that maybe I should take a look at. So. Billiard room. I don't think I have anything in the code check, but we're going to go with the hallway. Nice, safe answers. All right. Now we run. So I've opened the other gate over there. I don't have anything really to, any reason to go over there unless I get the trading post. If I get the trading post, I'll get 3. I can go over there, pick up 3 microchips and trade them for things I might want. Kind of hoping for a tomb here. Yes, let me take the tomb. I'm going to do this for 2 major reasons. I have... Oh, there's dig spots down here too. That's another thing I gotta keep in mind about this here place. This can get me to the reservoir as well if I want. I'm not going to burn the steps to head that way. But we have these. Let's check out the crypt. Man, there's candles down here. Maybe I need the burning glass. Because these candles super bother me. Coming back down here with the burning glass seems like a good idea. But I can pull on these. And if I pulled them in a correct order, it opened that thing that let me get to the reservoir. But this angel here in particular, I spotted in the maid's chambers. So I want to pull that one down. There's also one that I think it's the one with the hoe. Or it might be this one. So I'm going to pull them both down. It's in the cloister. And I'm wondering if having these pulled down will affect the cloister. And thus give me some entrances into other areas. Sweep. All right, so we've already read this. I've drafted a dead end, I think, by drafting this, technically. I used to think that. Let's see. Is there money here? Yeah, there's some money here. Here we go. Each of our journeys comes to a conclusion here. This floor plan is a definitive dead end, or is it? Yeah, so this is trying to give me the hint that it's not actually a dead end, but it does give me $4. Also, nothing carved into this, I guess, because there's not a puzzle here. Not a painting puzzle. But let's go ahead and roll out. So we're $4 richer. We have 1 gem, and we have some objectives today. Now we want to draft the maid's quarters, and we want to draft the cloister for science reasons. Oh yeah, almost forgot my allowance, yoddlay. So let's start by drafting in here because we have rerolls. Might have been wiser to not do this first, actually, because we don't have a lot of gems, but here we are. I do not know what the damn combination here is. My gut says, man, I wonder if I can break these vases too. I don't have a sledgehammer though. My gut says it's the date that this was painted, but I have no idea when that would be. But I did find the date that the excavation started. Telephone. And I want to try that as a date. So let me grab my notebook. The excavation starts 07/25/1915. We're going to try both of those. So let's go with 07/25. Enter. All right, we'll clear that out. We'll do 07/25 1915. Enter. Nope. No dice. Been just writing down lots of freaking dates, and none of them seem to be of note. All right. Eventually something will point me back at this freaking room. All right, so we're going to draft in here. Again, we only have the 2... or the 1 gem, right? 1 gem, so... ooh! Should I do another parlor? I mean... I'm tempted to do that because I'll have more gems. Because I can go get all the other gems, which I think is what I'm going to do. It's going to create a dead end out of the parlor room, which I'm not super thrilled about. And I have the power to redraw. No, I should do the parlor. Yeah. I should have lots of gems when that happens. So having 4 gems, or 5 gems, I still have the 1, is very beneficial. So let's go ahead and take the time, do these 2 parlor games before we draft the next room. All right, so we have the gems are in another box, basically saying the gems are not in this box. The truth is on another box. This means that this is a paradox. Well, it could mean that there's 2 true statements. This is one of them, and there's another one. That would make it true. Which I guess it has to be true, because for this to be false, it would mean that both the other boxes are false, which means they were all false. Yeah, so this has to be true. There's truth on another box. The words "another box" are on another box. That's true. There's truth in another box. That's true. So this is the false statement. The gems are not in another box. The gems are in that box. Sweet. I realize now it's a good thing that his body's not in that coffin, because then we would need more bodies. You know? The box next to this box is false. So for this to be the true statement, this has to be false. The box next to this box is true. That's impossible, because it's next to two boxes. Well, it doesn't say all. A box next to this box is true. So that's a tough one. For it to be false, both the other boxes have to be false, which is impossible, because then they'd all be false. So this has to be true. There has to be a true box next to it. Which means that this box has to be false. So this has to be true, which means this has to be true. The box next to this box contains gems, which means it has to be in here. Bingo, bango, baby boy. All right, so now we have gems. So let's draft upwards, because now we can also shift what this is. So, so libraries become commonplace, but maybe we haven't drawn a. Let's actually do the nursery. We're going to do the nursery because we haven't drafted any bedrooms yet, and that'll help the step economy. Money has just appeared in a gem. Thank God I walked in here. Money has just appeared in the tomb. That's a thing to remember. Toys are interesting, right? Man, do I ever miss the Rompus room. Remember that guy? All right, we're going to go... And we're going to continue this way. All right, we're going to do the lab because we super want to run an experiment early. This is going to give us a lot of power, hopefully. That's a lie. It's interesting. Okay. Let's set up an experiment, please. Curious about something. All right, let's start by continuing with the experiment. Draft 3 gold for every red room in your house. Permanently add 1 gold to the allowance, or a letter will be delivered to the mailroom. A letter has been delivered to the mailroom for me that I have not gotten because I haven't gotten the mailroom. I don't have the shovel, but maybe I'll be more inclined to draft some stores if I know that they permanently will add to my allowance. So I think that's the way to go, because that's a permanent upgrade. We need that. I know you're probably more likely to dig up trash, but like it requires me to find rooms with dig spots and find a shovel. So I think I will definitely get at least 1 allowance doing it this way. Log into the network real quick. I'm curious because of the upgrade, because I don't have the admin password or whatever, if I'll be able to like get to the security login. It is possible to connect, yeah. View active terminals. Yes. Okay, so I can do that. All right, so I don't have to do it from the Blackbirds connection. That's huge. Um, there's part of me that wants to check the office because I want to check the emails for. Um, no, it's better to do it this way. Yeah, I don't want to do the payroll thing. Yeah, yeah. So let's go to security. This is a big deal because I can uh, view inventory. There's a key card somewhere. That's huge. Hopefully it's in this room, you know. Um, we're gonna go searching for that freaking key card. Uh, so, all right, so we are going to key card system. Please give me lots of key card doors now. No, key card system. Key card system. Security level. High. Also, I don't see a reason not to do that, so. I have found a key card in this room before, and there it is. That's big deals. That's big deals right there. All right. I'm very happy right now. So we have a good chunk of gems. We want to draft stores. Come on, give it to me. Den. Den is the perfect room right now. It's free. It lets me go both ways. Perfect. Thank you. Nothing else hiding in here. Lots of clocks, though. It's interesting that it's ticking. Weird. But the pendulum doesn't swing. Just check. I have this new thing where I check all the books now because I'm afraid that the book I want is hiding somewhere for me. All right. This kills me for yeah, let's do the spare bedroom. This does will do exactly what it needs to do, which is give me steps from the nursery. It's also going to bless me with a gem. This is going very nice. Um, all right, let's. I need more allowance, yoddlay who. Let's get a kitchen. Yes. Okay, let's take a look. So I can get some bananas. I can get. I feel like something weird popped up just then. I can get a club sandwich, get bacon and eggs, and adds the morning room to today's draft pool, which is definitely a thing I want to do. And okay, that's good to know. How much money? How much ones do I have? Do I have $8 to do this? I do. So let's go ahead and do this. Bacon and eggs and eggs and bacon. Sweet. That's good. So I got extra steps. I spent a lot of money, but look at this. Look at this view. It's beautiful. I'm also curious what. I don't think water affects this. Matter of fact, let me just do this real quick. The standard kitchen, or kitchenette even, typical amenities, a stove, a refrigerator, an oven, and a sink. This gallery is where the cooking staff prepares the daily cuisine that will be later served in the dining room. Okay. I was just curious if it said anything about like water in the pump room. All right, so we're going to head upwards. Onwards and upwards. Garage is a dead end. I think for the steps, we're going to go with the bedroom. Because I might have to run all the way back to do that hallway down there. So when I do, I am going to run down to, hey, a free key, to the tomb and collect my monies. So there. I hate this. I don't know. I know that he wrote, the guy who created this game also created the game Maze. So like it's a book. Uh, I'm just curious. I know that the finger points are in that. I'm wondering if that's just a reference or if they actually mean something, because I find them very suspicious. I don't want to do the classroom. I want to have the workshop. We also want to do the whole thing with the gear rooms in case we get that one weird gear room. So, and usually, workshop giveth. Sledgehammer makes me very happy. Because I recently learned that there are breakable vases, so maybe we destroy some more vases, yeah? Oh boy. So, courtyard is good for one exit, but also will give me more gems. Love having more gems. Got 5 gems at the moment. Mailroom, dead end, will give me more money. Plus, I know that there's a letter in there. Library does not go where it needs to go. I think I'm going to actually go with the mailroom. I know it's scary, but we currently have the other side we can deal with. That gives me a reason to run back and collect money. But I know that there's something new in the mailroom. The mailroom's kind of rare. So let's do the mailroom thing. I know courtyard is one of my favorite rooms. It usually gives me a shovel or a metal detector or something. Plus, I know like I break. It's a net gem gain, but we don't know when the mailroom will show up again. So we're gonna take the risk and we're gonna go with the mailroom. Order placed. Oh, I thought that was the letter I had to read. All right. Because last time I was here, there was a letter from my dad that was just like, God, it so also looks like there's like going to be a mailroom key. Oh, you know what I don't have? A damn magnifying glass. Please return all corresponding packages addressed to Danny Revive to sender as he's no longer employed with our staff. I guess that's the dude that lived in the hovel. Alright, I did this already. Being thorough. This is not a room. This is like the 3rd time I've been in this room, I think. Ooh, this is not who I expected. Simon, my name is Randolph Moore. I am the lead lab technician at Snika. Snika? Snika? Sinka. I don't know. And I have worked here at Mount Holly for over a decade. I was thrilled to discover you found our humble lab and begun running some experiments of your own. I tend to keep an eye on the small spikes of radiation on the estate, as it's one of the only ways I can monitor your progress from the outside. All off-site connections to the terminal network have been disabled during your stay. There has been much speculation among the staff about your progress you've been making in the house, and they're quite excited when I report that you have been successfully running experiments. I wanted to write to you and let you know that even though you may not See us, we're rooting for you. Best of luck on the experiments, and if you'd like, I'll continue sending you helpful tips for you. Okay, so this will get me to... Okay, all right. So when it sends me a letter, it's from him. All right, gotcha. Let's just see. M-I-I-I. Okay, just seeing if there's like a code in here of some sort. Not that I can see. Okay. And then I believe this is the one from my dad. Yeah, it's the one from my dad. We've already read it. P.S. Get some sleep. Eat tonight and don't spend all time playing GG blocks. Okay. I read this before. I don't feel like reading it again. Deliveries 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Probably nothing. It's like it's such a rare room that I wanted to take the time to kind of see. Like there's all this other stuff that you'd think I'd want to rifle through. Like there's a green book right here. What is it? Big old fan. Royal Mail. Okay. So we learned something. That's important. I don't think I have anything, right? Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Okay. That was a dangerous move I just did, but we're going to run back through. Hey, 2 steps, hey. Brief moment of like, do I actually have any... Oh! There were vases in there I wanted to smash. I want to waste a step seeing if I can smash these vases. There's 2 steps. Not being able to smash those vases. Alright, let's run back down to the tomb. Grab some of our money. We're already doing really well on steps, so this is an acceptable use of my steps. Sorry, I got $11. Great. So if I can get the damn store, like, hopefully I'll get like a shovel or something. Or with my luck, what will happen next is I will get a shovel in the next room and wish that I had it when I went down into the tomb. I probably should have checked like inventory as well, but spare bedroom makes the most sense. But I'd like the utility box. But I'm going to go with the spare bedroom. I should have drafted this room first. Can I break these? Can I break these? I want to break every vase now. I'm going to destroy this house before I move in. Okay. Normally I would be like, oh, we need the library. But no. We 100% are drafting this because I have money and it's going to raise my allowance, yoddlay hee-ho. Yes. Yes, experiments. Eventually this is going to work, apparently, but we'll see.
And that's going to do it for this edition of Blueprints. Will I find my way to room 46? Well, the best way to find out is to subscribe right here to +2 Comedy Gaming, so you'll get a notification next time I dive deep into the mansion. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Boop!